Okay, thank you very much again, Chloe, for volunteering to do this one. So this one, as we talked about before, is for maybe this is the feeling that the person has maybe after they've gone out to have a meal, maybe with friends or a partner or whatever, and maybe when they come home, they're not feeling very good about it or very comfortable. So we're going to address some of the negative thoughts that kind of pop up in your head, and we're going to try to be as honest as possible with those. So I'm also going to maybe have you do some what if ones as well, like we did in the other one, just to kind of, it's really important with these that we articulate very honestly what it is that we're feeling, because then we can clear it. Okay. And I'm going to try to keep this one short. So we're going to start tapping here on the karate chop point. Okay. Deep breath in and out. Even though I just went out for a meal. Part of me is really proud of myself. Maybe I had a really great time. Maybe it was a big step forward for me. Maybe there's another part of me that feels really uncomfortable about that whole thing. Maybe I have a lot of feelings that are starting to come up right now. Maybe I have some feelings regarding some of the food that I had. And maybe that's starting to cause me anxiety. Maybe I'm starting to get a bit stressed out about it. And I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. And by the way, at this point, you should be ranking yourself on a scale from 0 to 10 to see how you're feeling about some of the statements that we're saying right now. All right. Even though I went out and I had a pretty good time. But now I'm starting to rethink things. Because some of the fear is creeping in. Starting to focus more on the food right now. Because I feel full. I'm not sure how I feel about that. But even though I have these conflicting feelings, I love, honor, and accept myself. And I forgive myself for all the feelings coming up. Okay. I'm feeling a bit uncomfortable about going out for food. I'm really not sure about that choice. I'm starting to think about what I ate. I'm starting to think about the calories in it. I'm starting to get a little worried. I'm starting to think about it a little too much. I'm trying not to think about it so much. But I feel really full right now. Not sure about that. Part of me feels like it's kind of uncomfortable.
Part of me feels like it's really uncomfortable.
The other part of me knows it's totally normal.
The other part of me knows it's completely normal.
And I have a lot of feelings about that conflict.
I
mean, maybe I'm supposed to be totally fine with this.
Like maybe I'm supposed to be totally fine with this.
But I'm starting to have questions about the whole thing.
And
what if there were a lot of calories in that plate?
What if there was a lot of calories in that plate?
What did they cook it in? How will that affect me?
I'm
going to let you add some in, Chloe. What if
people think I'm really greedy?
What if people think I'm really greedy? What if
people look at me and think that I look horrible?
What if people look at me and think I look horrible? What if it was too much food? What if it was too much food?
What if my partner's disappointed?
What if my partner is disappointed? What if I feel disappointed in myself?
What if my friends are disappointed?
What if my friends are disappointed? I have a lot of feelings about this right now.
I have a lot of feelings about this right now.
I'm feeling a bit stressed about it.
I'm feeling a bit stressed about it.
Just want to calm down and enjoy the time that I had.
I just want to calm down and enjoy the time I had.
I want this to be completely fine.
I want this to be completely fine.
I know someday that this will be completely fine.
I know someday this will be completely fine.
But right now, I'm going to still have to work through these feelings.
But right now, I'm going to have to work through these feelings.
I'm going to have to calm down about this.
I'm going to have to calm down about this.
Eating is healthy.
Eating is healthy.
Eating is normal.
Eating is normal.
Eating out with your friends and family is totally normal.
Eating out with your friends and family is totally normal.
Having a meal with your partner is totally normal.
Having a meal with your partner is completely normal.
And that means I'm totally okay for doing that.
And that means I'm totally okay for doing that.
That was totally okay.
That was totally okay.
Food is medicine.
Food is medicine.
And eating is really healthy for me.
And eating is really healthy for me.
And I'm on my way to discovering that.
And I'm on my way to discovering that.
It might be a journey.
It might be a journey.
And that's okay.
And that's okay.
Nobody has to be perfect.
Nobody has to be perfect.
And that means I don't have to be perfect either.
And that means I don't have to be perfect either.
And I'm open to being compassionate about myself.
And I'm open to being compassionate about myself.
Because this is maybe a new thing for me.
Because this is maybe a new thing for me.
But I can accept myself.
But I can accept myself.
And I could be forgiving of myself with these feelings.
And I can be forgiving of myself with these feelings.
I can be the compassionate friend.
I can be the compassionate friend.
Instead of the mean little critical voice.
Instead of the mean little critical voice.
Because I would never be the mean little critical voice to a friend.
I would never be the mean little critical voice into a friend.
I wouldn't be like that with my partner, my family.
I wouldn't be like that with my partner or my family.
Certainly wouldn't put up with somebody else doing that to me.
I wouldn't put up with anybody else doing that with me.
So I shouldn't do that to myself either.
So I shouldn't do that to myself either.
And I can just gently remind myself that.
And I could just gently remind myself of that.
I don't need to judge myself when that little voice comes up.
I don't need to judge myself when that little voice comes up.
I just need to be more compassionate.
I just need to be more compassionate.
Because I can be accepting of myself.
Because I can be accepting of myself.
Because I'm okay.
Because I'm okay.
And that was a perfectly normal experience.
That was a perfectly normal experience.
And that's something I want to be able to do more of.
And that's something I want to be able to do more of.
And I'm on my way.
And I'm on my way.
I don't have to be perfect today.
I don't have to be perfect today.
I don't have to be perfect tomorrow.
I don't have to be perfect tomorrow.
I'm on my journey.
I'm on my journey.
And I'm going step by step.
And I'm going step by step.
And I can be patient with myself.
And I can be patient with myself.
Because I'm making progress.
Because I'm making progress.
And I'm better than I was yesterday.
And I'm better than I was yesterday.
And I'm better than I was a month ago.
And I'm better than I was a month ago.
And next week, I'll be better than I am today.
And next week, I'll be better than I am today.
So I have that to look forward to.
So I have that to look forward to.
Because I'm okay.
So I'm okay.
Eating is healthy.
Eating is healthy.
Eating at a meal with your partner is totally normal.
Eating a meal with your partner is completely normal.
It's totally okay to do this.
Totally okay to do this.
I am totally okay.
I am totally okay.
And I'm really proud of myself for going through with this.
And I'm really proud of myself for going through with this.
Because I'm going to be okay.
Because I'm going to be okay.
And I deeply and completely
and completely
love, honor, and accept myself.
Love, honor, and accept myself.
At every step of my journey.
In every step of my journey.
There we go. So you can measure yourself and you can keep doing it as many times as you feel necessary until you get back to a calmer place where you can feel good about it. All righty. So I'm going to stop it here. Thank you, everybody.